Meant to add that the Bulls Pelicans are also teams interested in him. Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're talking about Rudy Gay. So let's get right into today's video. Veteran forward Rudy Gay is expected to draw interest from several playoff caliber teams. Writes Hoops Hypes. Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Chicago Bulls, New Orleans Pelicans. Personally, I think the Warriors, Lakers, Mavs are the three most likely. He's either going to play in California or he's going to play in Texas where there's no income tax. All right. Rudy Gay was healthy last season minus a finger joint sprain that sidelined him for 2 weeks. And as a member of the Utah Jazz rotation through most of last season, over the last few years of his career, he's shown that he can be a reliable, durable power forward in the NBA and even small ball five. People forget Rudy Gay to start his career was like, for the first 7 years, was like a 22 points per game scorer. All right, and Rudy Gay at this point in his career, the guy's going to get like the veteran minimum exception. You know, he played with the Jazz last year in 56 games, 15 minutes a night, shot 38% from the field, nothing great. But if we saw the year before, he was 41.4% from the field, 34% from three. He's a guy that, you know, at this stage of his career, he's going to come out, give you like 8 to 10 points a night, shoot like 35% from three, shoot a little over 40% from the field, grab a few rebounds, try on defense. Yes, he's 36 years old and he hasn't averaged, you know, 18 points per game or more since the Kings days back, you know, almost 8 years ago. But Rudy Gay is still a good player, the former 8th overall pick. Now, when you look at a guy like Rudy Gay, in my opinion, he's a guy, again, veteran guy. He's got great elevation for his age. At 34, he still can get up there. He's not like the rest of the NBA, but for a 34-year-old, he still has some athleticism and ability to shoot over people with that high release point. Okay, he's a decent three-point shooter. He's became more consistent. And he doesn't have the quickness anymore, but he does have the strength because he is 230 pounds. Like, he's an excellent power forward with prototypical size. He does, you know, sometimes, very rarely does he do it anymore, but sometimes he does the ISO because he has the old school type of offensive game. But, you know, he's not afraid to post up. He's a good reserve option. He provides team leadership thanks to his vast experience. So for me, I think this is a good one for, personally, I think the Warriors, he would get the most playing time. Then it would be probably the Dallas Mavericks, and then I think after that, you would be like, hey, okay. I think the next one was, I don't know. It's crazy to think about, and I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts right here? When I think of Rudy Gay, I don't expect him to play much, but if there was a team that was going to trade for him and be like, hey, we want you to play a bunch, I'm not trade for it, but sign him, it would be the Golden State Warriors, because then he would join Trace Jackson Davis as the backups for Kevon Looney and Draymond Green. And they just recently signed Dario Saric. I don't know if that's been official yet, but Dario Saric is also on that team, I believe. Yes, so he would also help Dario out there. It would just really help the, you know, the front court, which, you know, I feel like hasn't. Then Dallas is the other team that I think you get a bunch of playing time. I think if you went to the Lakers, he'd just be Jared Dudley 2.0 for them. But let me hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think?